Good morning, guys. It is August Young at DocSports.com back here on Wednesday, September 11th. We're going to have an MLB Parlay today. Coming off the Monday Parlay winner, gave you guys a 3-leg plus 400 same game parlay for Monday Night Football, and we cashed it. We had the 49ers on the money line. We, of course, had Breece Hall under 64.5 rushing yards and Brock Purdy over 6.5 rushing yards. We cashed all three. I also gave out two separate prop videos on those, and they both cashed as well. I think we went like 5-0 or 6-0. So it pays to listen to these videos. And remember, tomorrow, Thursday, me and Griffin Murphy, we have our X's and O's show here on the Doc Sports YouTube channel where we cover football. I also swept that 4-0. So be sure to go check that out. Now, we're going to get to a parlay here. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to have a modest parlay, a two-teamer at plus 135, but I'm going to ladder style it for you. There's going to be a third pick if you want it for plus 395 and a fourth pick if you want to add that in for plus 865. Can sprinkle on them, do whatever you wish, mix and match. But that's kind of how we're going with this one. So all in baseball, let's get to it. First off, the staple pick. We're going to take the Guardians minus 215. Look at the White Sox, the worst team in baseball. 33, 112 straight up, 18 and 55 at home. They've lost 4 of their last 5, 16 of their last 18. How could we not go with Cleveland to kick this off? I'm sure me saying this now, they're going to somehow lose 10-0. But how can we not? The Guardians, they've not been amazing on the road this season. Actually, they were sitting at 500 before this series started, but they need to get the road game going heading into this postseason, and sweeping this series is a definite goal for them and fully expected, something they need to do. So that is going to be the first pick. Now, leg 2, which we're going to throw in, which is going to pay plus 135, will feature the Los Angeles Dodgers minus 165. This line is far lower than it should be, and it's no doubt fact on the situation that Bobby Miller is expected to start. Not going to sugarcoat it. Miller has been awful. 7.79 ERA, 6.64 expected ERA, an astronomical whip of 1.65. But the market knows this. The facts are the facts. It's not hidden information. It's all baked into the line. Jordan Wicks is nothing special either for the Cubs. And the chances of sweeping the Dodgers on the road are slim. In fact, if you look at Los Angeles, the Dodgers, they've won at a 63% clip in database history when looking to avoid a reverse home sweep. This season, Los Angeles are 15-7 straight up off 2 straight losses for a plus 13.85 ROI. The average line in those games, minus 165, exactly what we have here. I love the Dodgers in this spot. Bobby Miller's going to have a breakout game, I think. But who knows? Regardless, I think the Dodgers are going to put up runs themselves here. Now, that is the main parlay at plus 135. But we're going to ladder up, as I mentioned. So if you want it, the third leg for a plus 330 payout, we're going to add in the dogs on the road, the Orioles, plus 110. The Red Sox, they're in one of these narratives of must-win mode, and they're getting overpriced based off that fact. This is still a team that are just 34-39 at home, and they're taking on one of the best teams in the league, which is the Orioles. Baltimore have motivation themselves. They have a real shot at winning the American League this season. They're 82-63 straight up, 40-30 on the road, and they've been the most profitable team in baseball the last 3 seasons, producing a plus 8.3% ROI on the blind since 2022. Actually includes a 17% ROI when on the road and over 20% when listed as road underdogs. We're always looking to fade teams in these must-win situations. It's always overpriced. It's always overbaked. Pressure burst pipes, you hear me say it all the time. This is a prime situation. The Red Sox, they lost 7 of their last 10. I'm not sure they should be favored here against many teams, especially those. So we're going to add in Baltimore at plus 110 on the road. And the final leg for those interested for a huge plus 865 payout, we're going to add in the San Diego Padres minus 105. The Mariners also fit this must-win situation. That didn't help them last night. The Padres came away with a 7-3 win. Now, you look at San Diego, they're an elite road team, 41-29 on the road, and they do have the pitching advantage over Wu with Michael King. That isn't often, you can say that against Brian Wu. He's been stellar. He has a 2.36 ERA, a 2.53 xERA, and he also has a 0.85 whip. but his whiff percentage and K percentage are way below league average. Hasn't hurt him yet, but that will catch up sooner or later. His rolling xWOBA continues to rise towards league average. He's due some regression. Now, we may have started to see signs of that, guys, right? He has allowed 6 earned runs in his last 2 starts. It included 4 against the Angels. And the fact is, regardless of pitching, Seattle is still a bad offense. They rank dead last in batting average, 28th in slugging, 25th in WOBA. Hard to continue to win games with those numbers. You compare that with the Padres, they rank 1st in batting average, 9th in slugging, and 7th in WOBA. Now, let's see how these shake out, but that is the 4th leg here if you want it at plus 865, and obviously the main one with the Guardians and the Dodgers at plus 135. Really appreciate you guys watching this video as always. Let's see if we can cash it. This is August Young, DocSports.com.